Welcome to another explainer. We're skipping the fluff today, folks, and jumping straight into a visual showcase that is absolutely going to elevate your app interfaces. We're taking a comprehensive tour of the B4XDaisyRating component. So, if you've been searching for a drop-in solution to make your user ratings really pop, well, you are in exactly the right place.
Let me ask you a question directly. Are your app's rating components looking, just a little dull? We've all been there, right? Stuck with those standard, boring, grayed-out stars that don't really fit the app's aesthetic at all. Building custom, attractive UI controls from scratch is a massive pain point. It eats up time you should be spending on core logic, and let's face it, getting those interactions just right is incredibly tedious.
Okay, let's dive right into this because the B4XDaisyRating component is the exact, vibrant drop-in solution to that exact problem. I mean, look at the blast of color here. You've got multicolored hearts, warning color stars, and these custom themes that you can literally implement in seconds. It entirely removes the headache of custom rendering and gives you this immediate, striking visual impact.
All right, Section 1, Sizing Up Your Options. Let's look at those Tailwind-inspired scales.
So, the component uses this beautifully simple Tailwind-inspired scale for sizing. Instead of guessing arbitrary pixel values, which is always frustrating, you have 5 clear tokens mapped directly to device-independent pixels. It goes from extra small at 16 dip, small at 20, medium at 24, large at 28, all the way up to extra large at 32. This logical progression means your UI is going to scale consistently no matter the screen density. It's a real lifesaver.
Now, what's really interesting about this sizes hierarchy is how perfectly these 5 sizes scale on screen for totally different visual contexts. Whether you need a compact little rating for a dense list view, like you see in that extra small row, or a bold, prominent hero rating using the extra large stars, the visual context is handled beautifully. And the best part? You don't have to manually calculate any of that scaling yourself.
Moving on to Section 2, Colors, Shapes, and Variants. Let's get into dynamic UI themes. Just look at the sheer versatility on display here. It's like a playground. On one side, we have these incredibly playful, multicolored heart icons. And then, completely contrasting that, you see a sleek, modern squircle-shaped rating sitting right above a massive stack of rainbow color variations. It brilliantly shows that you are absolutely not locked into a single look. You could be designing for a gaming app, a corporate tool, or a playful social network, and you're doing it all using the exact same underlying component.
So that visual rainbow we just looked at, it maps directly to a super simple backend property called the variant. In your designer, you literally just pick from semantic names: primary, secondary, accent, info, success, warning, or error. The component handles the rest. It automatically applies the correct active color and generates a 20% opacity version for the inactive background items. It's an incredibly easy way to make sure you stay consistent with your app's broader UI theme.
Now, what if you want to go beyond those built-in variants? Well, you have 2 distinct paths. You can use the active color property to set a uniform custom color for the entire rating block, which is perfect if you have a very specific brand hex code you need to hit. Or if you want that fun multicolored effect we saw with the hearts earlier, you use the set item colors method. You just pass it a list of specific colors, and it maps each individual icon to a color in your list. It's just a fantastic little feature for creating highly customized, visually engaging feedback loops.
Okay, Section 3, Advanced Interactive Features. Time for the functional superpowers.
A massive feature here, a real game changer for precise input, is half-star parity. This enables precise 0.5 increment selections directly mapped to what's known as rating half mode. For the developers listening, this means you don't need to build or maintain a separate, complicated component just for granular ratings. You simply pass a decimal value, like 3.5, to the component, and it automatically manages the state for you.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. Notice that striking green half-star rendering. By simply toggling the half Boolean property to true in the designer, the UI instantly transforms to support these partial ratings. It uses a clever dual masking technique behind the scenes. But honestly, all you or your users will ever see is this flawless, responsive half-star graphic.
Let's look at 2 more property power-ups that act as absolutely crucial UX enhancements. First up is Allow Clear. If you enable this, it allows a user to tap their current rating a second time to completely clear it, resetting it back to 0. Super handy, right? Second is Read Only. This simply locks the interaction, making it a display-only element. Together, these 2 settings take the component from a simple display graphic to a robust, fully featured interaction tool that actually respects user intent.
Wrapping things up with Section 4, Technical Wrap-Up. Let's bring this all back to the IDE.
So, the crucial point here is knowing exactly how to trigger these visuals without writing endless lines of setup code. As you'll see, everything here maps cleanly to a custom designer property. Want to change from extra small to extra large? Boom, just use the size property. Want hearts instead of stars? Change the icon style. Need that rainbow of colors? Tweak the variant. And for those granular ratings, just check the half box. It is completely, seamlessly integrated into your visual layout designer.
Oh, and before we finish up, I absolutely have to point out the massive array of icon-style mask options you get straight out of the box. You are for sure not limited to just stars and hearts. I mean, look at this list. Circle, square, squircle, diamond, heart, hexagon, literally even a decagon. Just in case you ever need a 10-sided rating for some wild reason. The potential for creative UIs here is practically endless. You can match the exact geometric language of your app's existing design system with a single drop-down selection.
Which brings us to the end of our visual tour. And it leaves me with just one final provocative question for you. What stunning UI are you going to build next? You now have a complete, deeply customizable, drop-in-ready component that handles all the heavy lifting of rendering, sizing, and interacting for you. So dive into your IDE, drop in a B4XDaisyRating, and just start experimenting. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy coding!